Hey guys, look who's back. I brought Joe back for this video. I know I kept saying in the next video, so he is here.
I had to make you wait.
But he is here, and we thought we would do something a little different as we share our updates with you guys. So this is a cook with me / fertility journey update video. So we are going to prepare one of our favorite meals for you guys. You want to share what we're doing?
We are making fries and cauliflower wings because we're vegan, right? So
Yes.
we can use chicken.
So we are plant-based, vegan, whole food, whatever you want to call it.
We don't eat meat or dairy. Everything else is on the table though.
Yeah. So so we're gonna prepare our favorite meal and then just kind of share with you guys where we are in this journey and the next steps. So let's get into it. So I have here some cauliflower. This is a little different from my normal cauliflower. Normally I will, just buy a regular size cauliflower, cut it up and make my own wings, but these are some frozen cauliflower. So they're a little smaller than normal. So we'll just call these popcorn cauliflower wings. So I have that. I have here my wet mix and my dry mix. And basically I just use flour and then our ingredients here to make my own mix. Sometimes I will use this mixture called Lefties. And when I don't have that, I'll just make my own. So that's what we have here.
She does that a lot. She just make her own stuff. I love it. It's awesome. I have here a very ordinary potato, 2 of them in fact, and they're very lumpy, and a giant knife to cut it with. The bowl I'm going to use after the pieces have been cut, so I'm going to season them up in here and get them all mixed up. And I have a gaggle of seasonings here that kind of lean toward southern, Louisiana kind of flavor, So get ready for that. Wish you could taste it, but
So let me get the oil first. So this is our oil. So what we do differently with our fries, instead of frying them, we put them in the oven to bake them.
Look at him.
Yeah, he always jumps in and tries to see what we're cooking. He smells all the spices and seasonings, so he just does what he does.
Y'all probably didn't see him on the camera, but he's right under us, smelling up.
All right, so we're just gonna kind of chat while we're preparing this meal. So let's get started. You can start cutting up, and I will begin. All right.
Where did we leave off last time?
So we left off last time with, where did we leave off? Oh, basically at the beginning, or when this COVID-19 started revving up, we had to postpone our transfer. So back in March, and this was like right when COVID began and they started closing down and canceling things, I had my hysteroscopy myomectomy procedure, which is basically removal of fibroids. So that was on March 12th. So we did that, and then I was supposed to have my transfer like late April, but all procedures and everything for the month of April was canceled because of COVID. So that pushed things back for us. We kind of figured that our treatment would be postponed as things started canceling. We just kind of figured that we would be next, or that was what was coming next. So we just kind of accepted it and just looked at it as more time for God to perfect and prepare what He has for us. Cairo.
He wants to be pictured.
Yep.
Hold on, buddy. We're doing something. Unless you're gonna be a part of the video.
Yeah, so we just basically looked at that as, God's preparation. Like we weren't upset about it. Like I said, we kind of knew that was going to happen. So we were okay with it. Better safe than sorry. We were glad also that our doctor, was concerned for people's health and even the health of the embryo and not wanting to proceed in the midst of the pandemic. So we were okay and fine with that. So since then we've been waiting, and the beginning of, or towards the end of April is when I got a call from my nurse that they will be resuming treatments in May. So everything everything is starting to open again, at least here in Alabama, starting the 1st of May, that first week in May. So they were going to resume treatments. So we were excited about that, and then we got notice that oh, sorry.
You okay?
Making a mess. So we were excited about that, and then it was time for my nurse to send us our calendar. So we are super excited because we're able to resume treatment at the end of this month. So for my frozen embryo transfer process, we'll begin towards the end of this month. So I ordered my medication. I got my calendar from my nurse. At the end of the month, I start on medication. So we'll share all of that with you guys, the whole process, the same thing we did when we were doing the injections the first time. The part that sucks is there going to be more injections. So not really looking forward to that, but when you think of the end result, I'll take it. It's worth it. I'll take it.
Short, minor inconvenience for a long term.
It's easy for him to say.
I feel her pain.
So we'll be sharing some shot content with you guys when we start the shots again. So you want to share our embryo transfer date?
June 10th is when our baby girl will be joining us on this journey. So far, it's just been us, right?
Yes.
We're very excited because it's taken a long time to get to this point. So naturally, it feels like you're coming to the end of a road in a sense, but it's really just the beginning of the journey. I've heard pregnancy is pretty interesting. So, are you excited?
I am excited. I'm excited and a little nervous. I guess, which is natural. Initially, and I want to share this with you guys, initially when I got the call from my nurse, I was like super excited, like, yes, we can resume. When I tell you, Satan was in my ear, he was in my head, like, I don't know what you're excited for. You had all these delays. Watch something else gonna happen. I mean, he was just
trying.
He was trying.
Steal your joy.
And I remember I texted Joe and I was like, I'm nervous. And then he was like, why? Like, God's got us. Like, what you nervous for? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I can't let the enemy win. So at that point, I just prayed out to God and was like, Lord, fill me with your peace. Like, the enemy is trying to discourage me. He's trying to get me afraid and fearful and doubtful. And I'm casting all of that out in your name. Like, I need your peace. I need the faith that I've been having this whole journey. Like, I need all of that. And I just felt so much peace after that. I felt so much peace in that moment. And God's been with us. And what I love about God is, I always say this, like, he's so intentional. And on this journey, he's just, or at least, of course, on the journey, but as we're getting closer to our transfer day, and the Lord knows that I'm nervous and I have a history of being a worry wart.
You got it.
Worry wart. He just sends me little confirmations along the way, whether it's someone dropping off a sweet gift to us, to me and Joe, as a reminder, to keep holding on and that our promise is on the way, or getting cards via email, or seeing somebody else's story and having a success. Like, God knows what he's doing. He really knows what he's doing, and he knows our needs. He just knows. And we're just so excited and so thankful. So, quick sidebar, right now I am double battering my cauliflower. Normally I get a little bit more messy than this, but for the sake of the tube and what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to make it a little neater. So yeah. So we are excited. It just doesn't, I don't know. It's like it doesn't feel real. And also because we've been, waiting for so long or have had delays, it's just, we're excited to be at this point, We cannot wait. And yeah. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited. You go through a process like this, and it really physically drains you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going through, most of what Sherelle's dealing with. A lot of these things are things that are happening with her and things that she has to bear physically, but emotionally you still get that same drain. You're part of the journey, you're doing it together, and it's just a lot. So I'm relieved that we're coming to this point in this story, because there's only so much I kind of feel that you can bear. We have, as human beings, we have a limit.
That's true.
How much stress and worry that we could have, and I'm just ready for the next step. Which again, I'm not bearing the child, but I feel it's gonna be a little simpler. There's less variables, right? You kind of know what to expect. You get big, you pray that you have no complications, and you keep on moving.
True.
And we have really good doctors who are helping out with this journey. So
yes, and we have great doctors, great support team.
We have an awesome support team.
Yeah, our village is unmatched, really.
We can do anything together with our village. They're
our village is unmatched, but we're just really excited. A year ago, a year at this time, I just never would have thought I would be here, because I would say a year ago, I was still like on the fence about fertility treatment, period.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't there yet. And yeah, so it's just a lot can happen in a year, and a lot can happen when you surrender and you allow God to take control or take the lead. I was just listening to a sermon series, Mike Todd, and he was just talking about how you, the ripping your list, and how when you basically surrender your list or your plans or your goals or ideas over to God, then you will see that his plan was so much greater than the list or the goals or ideas that you have for yourself. Like, for me, I thought we would have already had a couple kids by now. I had all these thoughts and dreams in my head, or ideas for how things are going to play out. But I just feel like God's plan was so much better than that. We've grown so much on this journey. We've connected so much more as husband and wife. Mm-hmm. And this journey will test your marriage. Like, it really will. And I feel like it's nothing but God that has us where we are now, has our faith where it is now, has, our level of communication and our level of vulnerability where it is now. Mm-hmm. It's nothing but God. So it's all to God.
I want to update our audience on our progress so far.
Oh, yes.
That looks great. So you wet those before you put them in the dry rub, right? So,
and I'm going to put the oil in my pan and get that going. So yes, I wet the wet mixture, which is a little messy over here, and then my dry mixture. So I did a double batter situation. which just makes it a little bit crispier. Like when you think of chicken, you want it fried chicken, you want it to be crispy and crunchy. I just love a good crunch.
And adds a lot of flavor.
It does.
Right.
It does.
I mean, cauliflower tastes good, but it doesn't necessarily, it's not known for its, crazy flavor. You got to do some stuff to it. So that's what this batter does. And the wet mix and the dry mix helps it stick on real good and gives a nice texture. With the fries, which is, this is the hardest part. Oh my gosh. The fries, I don't have any particular way I cut them. Although my wife doesn't like them too long. She likes them, kind of cut in little squares, So I got them into little squares here. And what I do is before I put any seasoning on them, I put olive oil on them. This helps the seasoning stick really well. Mm-hmm. And of course, olive oil adds a nice flavor to them. So,
and it's healthy.
I don't have a measurement here.
Yeah, we just wing it.
Winging it for the wings, okay? That is the directions. It says, step 1, wing it. Okay? If you didn't know. So, mix it all up. And there should be a pan shot of all the seasonings here that we're going to splice in. But it's very basic, very simple. Nothing too crazy. Stuff you can get from your local stores. So, Himalayan pink salt is what my wife and I are really fond of. And it's very good. So we'll just kind of, again, we're winging it here. You don't want them super salty, but they need to hit every fry. I have 2 potatoes in here. Then garlic powder and garlic salt, because I love the way garlic powder and garlic salt taste. I kind of cover the fries and seasonings because I don't want to be too ginger with it. I want the fry to have rich flavor, even if it's not even. If that makes sense, Get this out the way. Some ground cumin, which we've been doing for a while. Wasn't the first time I had cumin fries was when we went to the movie theater and they had cumin fries.
Yeah, they were so good. We were like, we're going to start adding cumin.
To everything.
Cumin or cumin, however you pronounce it, but we added to everything.
It's so good. Nice flavor. And it's not salty at all. It has a different kind of flavor.
Yeah, it's not salty.
Yeah. Then we have some Slap Your Mama from Walker and Sons, and it has a very southern Louisiana taste. All right, so I put some of that on there, a lot of that. And then to top it off, we have good Old Bay. Not like an old boo from back in high school, but an Old Bay. That's so corny. So, we put
the corny dad jokes begin.
Trying to get it in now, So I'll put some of this Old Bay on here. And then I'll mix it all up. I usually do it with a spoon. But, either way, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're covering it all up. Ooh, it's going to make me sneeze. It's so good. I have to suffer. I'm doing this for y'all. And my stomach. Because it's so good. That's it, really. So, I already have my pan here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, just making a little bit more of my wet mixture. I was running low. So these are all the same ingredients. Just use them with some flour. So yeah, that's all. I'm just adding that. But yes, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not want to be in the way. So Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So, just like everything you bake, you get yourself a pan. We put foil on top, so it doesn't get our pan dirty because we don't want to have to wash it every time we use it. That's the real reason why. I'm sure there's a flavor reason why, but that's the real reason why we don't want to wash. So,
and add just a little oil to the bottom.
I was about to do that so it doesn't stick here.
Yep.
We put a little oil on the surface here. More flavor. I made a mistake of not putting anything on the surface. Last time, them fries were sticking to the aluminum foil. And that's not fun. So, evenly distribute this here.
So, throw these bad boys back in the lid.
Yes.
Cooking with the Gilberts.
I'm gonna put something on
smells
top
so
here.
good.
It does, don't it? I'm gonna put something on top. This is not planned, okay? Huh. It's gonna freestyle a little bit here.
So I'm just adding. I added it back into the wet mixture, and just getting that coated again before I put it back into the dry, which I need to add some more dry. And then we can fry it up. My oil is heating. And yeah. All right, what'd you just add on top?
Secret.
Okay. All right.
So how long should I put these in here for?
Put those in there we start off with 20 minutes. And that's on what, 450?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 450 for about 20 minutes.
We'll probably do some jump cuts.
Yes. All right, so now I'm just adding the cauliflower to the oil. And it should be sizzling like it is. That's how you know that the oil is ready. And you just basically fry it like you do fried chicken or fried fish. And this is one of our yummy, I guess guilty pleasures, or I guess guilty because it's fried, but not so guilty because it's a veggie. But we love this with some fries. And now we just wait and let it crisp up, and then I'll put it on a plate so that it can soak up the oil. And then we have the fries there, and they're like the thick cut fries, which I love. I like when they get a little crispy too. So we will show you when they come out. So we are done with our fried popcorn cauliflower and our oven baked French fries. Some sauces on here. I'm probably gonna add some teriyaki sauce to mine, but this is the final result of our meal. So if you guys try out this recipe, which I mean is very, very simple. So if you try out this or something similar, just let me know in the comments below. And think that's it.
Thank you for joining us on this update / cooking video. Yes. And we look forward to sharing the next part of this journey with you soon.
Yes, so we'll do more of these type of videos, just something fun and different. So yeah, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next video. Bye.